So, good morning again, everyone. This is the page which is being developed, and the link on the DM website is where is going to direct you to the home page. So, as you land on this page, it's got few hyperlinks, some information, and it's got two links. One link here to create your user account, forgot password and username. Before you start proceeding, you need to have an account created on this new system. So go to this link and register yourself. We have few language information here, which kind of guides you as to how you need to proceed or what information you'll have to provide. We are looking for first name, your last name, if you have any middle name, your email address, and your personal phone number. This is very much required for OWTS because the designers and installers, what we had received as a legacy data, should match the information so that it pulls up all your legacy permit history or license history and auto tags to the new system. However, as we go for this soft launch, once you register, your designers and installers license should get auto tagged. But yes, the spelling, it matters that what we have in our system, it should be the same. I can understand you may have changed your phone number, which is not an issue. We can definitely go back and tag, and I'll show you how you can re-tag your licenses. But yes, then you have your physical address and your mailing address. Again, if your physical address, mailing address is the same, just check the box, it autofills, and you hit register. Once you click on register, you will receive an email which is going to have another link in it which will allow you to set a password and then access this system. One, focus on that email when it gets triggered. If it is a personal email address like Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, something like that, the Salesforce trigger will happen automatically. However, if you have any company email address, you will have to inform your IT department to whitelist this email, or else it will go and be quarantined. So if you register and you see that you aren't receiving any email, but you've used your company email like at dm.ri.gov or something like that, you will have to ask your IT department to safe list that. Once you register, you have your password set and everything, you can log into the system. In future, if you feel like you don't remember your username or password, as we have for any of the system, the hyperlinks are there which will allow you to reset your password. Next, I'll just say that, okay, I logged in fine. I have my username, password. I log into the system. Once I log in, I go and land on this page. This is my landing page. We've got, again, few hyperlinks here, which provides you user guides or any technical issue. You can reach out. As Eric mentioned, you can subscribe to your newsletter and the rest of the things. Latest notification and system notice. If the system is down or DM has anything to get kind of circulated, they will enter those notifications here so that you're aware about it, what next or what's happening, if there are any changes happening or if the system is down or anything. Again, this is a UAT environment, a test environment. Please do not log into the test environment, because if by mistake tomorrow you submit an application, it goes through the test environment and it lands nowhere. So as we go live tomorrow, the production link will be shared with you and you can start registering on the production site. Coming here, as a designer and installer, there is a requirement that you have to have your profile picture up. So yes, click on the action under my profile and have your updated photo over there so that when you submit any kind of license application, DM has access to view all information along with your photo. On this home screen, we have few tabs over here as Home, Applications, My Permits, My Licenses, Request, My Details, Application Request, Pre-application Meeting, and few more. I'll go with each of the tabs, how it functions and what other under applications. You can start an application, you can view your ongoing new application, or you can view your renewal ongoing application. To start an application, we've got all the boards and the programs set accordingly. You will find the respective forms inside every other board. We call this as board, and the forms available is mentioned here. Again, it has few pages, so you can go next and look up for the form which you're looking. However, if you directly look up for designer and type in under search, you will get two options. So one is for installers and designers, where you can apply for your exams, submit your application, submit your license application or renewals. And the other one is very much related to OWTS program, where you can submit your soil, site, and the rest of the applications. Again, for phase one, it's only and only the new applications which are getting accepted. Well, that will be explained by Jacqueline Tedesco later, so I'll park on to that. But yes, you can proceed with submitting, or you'll see the forms available on the system as you move forward. These forms are very much being developed with all the requirements which we have received from DM staff. It's the same standard form which you have right now. It may look a little different on the system because it's on the system and not on paper, but it is well defined and it's got all logics, everything built in so that it is more user friendly and gives you an easy way to submit applications. This system also allows you to print your certificates when your license is approved. So you don't have to wait. As soon as it gets approved, it's on the system and you can access it. Once I submit any applications, what do I do next? Under my ongoing new applications, I can actually view my submitted applications. What status is it? Where is it? What's happening with it? I submitted yesterday. Where is it? Every time DM takes an action at the back end, you will see the status updated over here. If it is under review, if it is with the technical review or the supervisor or approved, or if they need any additional information, everything will populate here on every action taken by DEM. My permits. My permits is when you have all your permits approved, they will line up here and you'll have the information of your permit. My license is the same thing for designers and installers. Again, whatever we have in the DM database is being migrated in the new system. So as you register tomorrow, your installers or designers licenses will show up here. If it happens that something did not match as you registered with our database, you should be able to tag them and pull them back in the new system and get them associated with your login. How does it work? This license tagging will allow you to tag your licenses, whether it's active or expired. You go on to license tagging, you select the program and the license type. I'll try installer. Let me pull up one for this one. 2049. Click on search. It will give you the basic information as to who the holder of this license, status, expiry date, issue date, license number. Click submit. It will ask you again, are you sure you want to? Yes. You confirm. Then you get another message over here. It is successfully submitted, and you can track this request. What happens and why is it saying you can track this request? Because this case is being assigned to DM to verify that you got your license only tagged to yourself and not somebody else's. So once they approve from their end, it will get tagged and it will show up under your licenses. But again, if you want to kind of keep a track on your request, under my request, it will show up all the requests which you have with DM on tagging your licenses. My details page. This is a very, very important page for the installers and designers. I'll start with A&E certification. As you on this system will allow you to submit your A&E certifications and add them in your profile. You add a new request, you submit all information. I'll just do some random. You proceed next. It is going to ask you to upload document. Please do upload document so that DM has the access to see it and then they can approve it. So you just upload a document here which is associated to your certificate and submit the document for their review. Once approved, all the A&E technologies, the certificates which you upload here is actually kind of linked with your profile because it has the logic of you while you submit construction permit and use A&E technology, it will go back in your profile to look up if you do have an active one, an approved one. If you do not have one, it will not allow you. So I encourage you, as you register, do apply and update all your A&E certificates here so that it is all there in the system. And while you start your construction permits, it gets kind of linked with it. Employment history. Employment history, again, we encourage you to update here because tomorrow when you do a renewal, the current company which is there will kind of autofill in your form so that you don't have to enter it back. But this is a history information from past to current. Same as for your education information. As you enter them here, it will auto-fetch your information and it will put up in your form as an autofill update as you submit a new application or a renewal application. Continuing education, it works as same as your A&E certificate. So you enter your CEUs here and the hours. So as tomorrow when it is due renewal, you should be able to use them for your renewal licenses. Application request is nothing but more or less for UIC. And yes, you do see all designer for requests. What is this tab for? This is when you start applying for a soil eval and a site eval. A site evaluation has part A and part B. When you submit as part A and route it to part B to a designer 3 or 2, they should be able to see their pending actions here and then they can proceed from here. Pre-application meeting, again, they are majorly for other programs like freshwater, stormwater, dredge, UIC, where they have to go through a pre-application so they can request from here for a meeting with DEM and then they can submit and proceed with their applications once the meeting is completed. Under more, you will not see much of them, the permit search and installers and designers. This report is accessible through the system, and it is also accessible through the guest user portal. It's the same list which is getting published now as well, with all installers and designers information, and you can kind of download an active designer copy or an active installer copy. Or if you are kind of drilling down and you kind of do a search, you can download your search results as well. The second one is my permit searches. This is again, it's a global access where it is not through a login, but anyone can access outside their login and look up for their application, permits, or any kind of information of that site where the permit has been submitted or is undergoing through soil, site, anything. So yes, you need to select the regulation type. Is it for OWTS or stormwater or wetland or UIC? Any combination you enter and do a search, it will pull up your information. We've tried to keep it the same way as what we have right now, with some modification and innovation and changes over here, where all are in one link and not separate, so that you can kind of look into it. Again, it is on your login page. It is also outside your login page, but the permit search, installer designer report, they are guest user access as well. This was a quick brief as to how you can log in. Once you log in, what's the next steps, how you can find your application or your licenses or any action or anything you want to kind of proceed with, like submitting new applications, how it works. So this was a quick demo how this system works.